So this is Minakshi, my old friend. Started this bar and restaurant. Is that what it's called? A bar and restaurant. A couple of years back, I was here for the inauguration, and this is my second visit. 2 years later,
That's because you're a
and
non-drinker.
yeah, I'm a non-drinker, and everyone's talking about it. All my cool friends in Gurgaon, they're talking about it. So, what's your journey like? And in fact, just tell me what's the kind of people who come here? Who are your clients? Who are the kinds of people who hang out here? You were just telling me some interesting things about them, so I thought I'd do an impromptu interview. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I was saying was that there is not a specific type that comes here, and that is something we don't like to talk about as well. We are not the kind of place that labels people, so I don't really have a stag entry or a dress code, things like we've always said that if you have a well-mannered dog, you can bring him along. So I mean, we've always been a very non-labeling kind of a place where you're most welcome to walk in anytime, and as long as we're open, you're most welcome. So it's not exactly the kind of place where we're not targeting at a certain guy, is what I'm trying to say.
How is it different from the Delhi crowd, or is it similar? I've heard some Delhi people also show up regularly.
I just had this disclaimer that we're not labeling people, so definitely I don't want to say that Delhiites are a specific breed. There are all sorts, is what I was saying. That you might be a corporate slave in the daytime, but you might be a brilliant musician in the night, and that does not label you. That does not make you any different from who I am. And I mean, I used to work in a company, but see what I'm doing now. So
Yeah.
it does not make me anything. It's just me, Minakshi, as it is, as they come. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, in fact, I remember, 10 minutes back, I started the discussion with, oh, this is Gurgaon, it must be a corporate crowd. And I think you corrected me by saying, corporates have non-corporate interests too, which is probably the same thing as Khas Village. You do see a lot of corporates disguised as non-corporates, come to think of it. So I get your point. I get your point.
Yeah, well, I think what you do for a living does not define you, and it's about time we stop.
Absolutely.
We
I like
start.
I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying. Tell me, actually, what's your, aside from, Speakeasy, what's your journey like been? Because I've known you for a while, and you've always wanted to be, run your own little bar.
Yeah,
From the day
see,
I
it
met you,
came
that's
true.
what
Yeah.
you and Lama, young group Lama, who's not here unfortunately. So Lama's the bartender, and you're the
So,
server. Okay, okay. You were just telling me sometimes you clean dishes, and people find it odd.
yeah, like it's your own place, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes you got to do when a
No, no,
server is off.
sorry to go back to my earlier question. What was the journey like, the
Oh, it's
entrepreneurial
been
journey?
incredible. It's really tough, I must say. It's really, really tough. It's very trying. And legally also you have many more like battles to be won all the time. But then finally, it's very rewarding because you do feel that you've made a difference in somebody's life just by serving them a good drink. It helps. You actually have fun while doing it if you like serving.
Okay, and do the popular stereotypes about women running a business, especially in this category, have you seen them fall by the wayside, or are they still around? Do you fight them every day, or what?
No, and yes. I mean, see, people who belong to, I think, there's a generation of us which are currently there who absolutely do not find. I mean, there's nothing shocking when they get to know that I run the place, and I'm kind of like I serve as well as I'm the owner as well. But then there are also people who at times find it very shocking, specifically an older generation, and also people in the administration per se, like police and SDO and that category is, or they are another lot. So they're shocked. Yeah.
And tell me, we were having an interesting discussion a little while ago about where Speakeasy is culturally, the interesting things you're doing, the poetry slam, and, the music, and, arts and culture broadly. So, I mean, the sense that I got is you have a very specific vision of where you want, Speakeasy to go culturally, the kind of cultural hub this should be. Uh, Tell us something about it.
Honestly, let me say that right in, like before we get on with this discussion, is that we didn't really plan this as an organized way of going forward. It just came very naturally to us. we really wanted to have live bands because it's something we enjoy ourselves. Me and Lama both enjoy that as part of what we do. Is that these events keep us excited about our bar, about the people who come to us. So yes, that absolutely is a very integral part of what we are. So
Okay, okay, okay. Uh, okay, I'm also running out of questions. I think it's very inspiring, and the reason, Minakshi, I kind of insisted on this interview is, young women especially see this and get inspired and, do
yeah,
something about their
hopefully,
dreams.
yes, absolutely.
So,
No, you were part of it because I remember we had a chat, I think 5 years, 6 years ago. And I remember really clearly, you asked me, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to have a bar. And you asked me, have you thought about it? I said, it will be called Coffees and Dreams. And you said, all the best. It's a great name.
thank
So
you,
it's
thank you.
come from there.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
You just made my day, and thank you very much. And I hope to see more of you and Lama in
Yeah.
all over India and who knows the world.
Yes.
One little question I just remembered, now that I see it. So you guys are being inundated by many, what's the word? VCs, venture capital guys, because you're a startup, you're a successful startup. So what's that journey been like?
Oh, it's exciting. We meet a lot of people of different and varied interests. And we've so far not really come to any conclusion with that, where that is concerned. It's a tough road ahead, is what we see. Meeting them and trying to figure out. We're not exactly your A category business people with the business models, right there. So yeah, it's a tough road.
So what you're saying is we like what we are doing,
Yeah.
we don't care about the business model, something like
No,
that.
no, it's not what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
business is important, making money is important, but finally, at the end of it, we feel that money is the outcome of what you when you do something that you love, and money is not exactly what we are after. That's not our primary goal. Money comes if you do a good job, is what we feel.
Okay, I've got it. Thank you so much, Meenakshi.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye.